coming out, still on Hallroth, but who can fade this pressure and make it to one of these end games?
Yeah, time is going to tell. Kelie here, though, already losing his initial life here. Zell off the rip and just finds the better equipment and immediately sends him back to the Soul Altar. This initial loot, as well as that safety net to look for those early game kills, Raven.
We got Verse versus Chuzheng. 1 hold 2 gets a deep fry onto them. Has the dual Halbies. Ideal situation to chase down Chuzheng, but Chuzheng's not going to be backing off. He's going to look for the wake up. Really, he's not going to be able to get him. The F2 is going to come out. It's too high though. He's not going to be able to get the uppercut. And now Verse buying some time. He's going to has the F2 on deck. Chuzheng has to be careful right now. He's going to get set up for an uppercut, and the third party is going to come out. It's no other than OUG's Mike. He has the bloodlust. He knows he's heating up. It's time to activate. Kelie is on match point. This is his turf. He wins tournaments. Can he hold it down? He's going to be holding down that pole sword now. We were talking about this earlier, Runekeeper. He's cosplaying Kelie right now. Rarely do we see Mike having that pole sword, and now for sure he's going to be targeted. Chuzheng's going to take him for a ride. First sitting on the outside, covering the disengage. He is going to get a stagger, but Mike going to keep up going, switching over to that long sword, looking for the armor reset. He's going to get that armor reset, but it only has half armor. Verse and Chuzheng denying the exit right now, surrounded on both sides. Mike forced to go to the pole sword right now. Verse coming in, triple charge is going to come out. Chuzheng has him against the ropes. The double charge is going to come out, but Mike gets one of the parries, but Verse is going to find the kill onto Mike. Now it's going to be Chuzheng versus Verse, who is going to take it off spawn, Runekeeper.
Oh my goodness, Verse will find that ultimate coming in. Chuzheng trying to keep the pressure up here on the Akos into the 1v1. He will look for the roar. They're not going to find the follow-up he's looking for, though. Verse with the ultimate going as well. Will find the armor swap and now looks to aggressively turn things onto Chuzheng, catching a huge combo off of it. Chuzheng forced to invest one of those leaps just to break away. Will find an armor swap for himself as well, as Verse looks to keep going here. Chuzheng going to drop off those Jades so they can top up that much easier before picking them back up, so he gets that full heal effect there. Verse now going to take a full reset as well before he looks to pressure back on to challenge Chuzheng here. Chuzheng now going to come in looking to swap to the dagger here, but Verse just gets to send him flying down the hill yet again, utilizing that terrain to his advantage here. Verse completely flips things on to Chuzheng. Chuzheng, though, with the dagger, trying to make the most of this situation, is going to come down in below, look for a reset, as we see Verse is going to find one as well, but wants to come in, keeps Chuzheng from finding the full heal on the HP, though. Verse going to lose the armor. We do see Chuzheng in the advantage here. Verse not able to break through the defense of the daggers. Chuzheng keeps the pressure up, and now Verse needs to break away and look for a reset of his own. Will find an armor swap and can turn back into this fight onto Chuzheng here on the side of the Buttery Rocks. Verse just looking to keep it going, and now Chuzheng wants to break away for a full reset. Verse going to go back inside here, looking for a little bit of loot. Not going to find what he's looking for, but will find the scale rush there onto Chuzheng, getting a ton of damage, looking for the uppercut follow-up. Chuzheng will bounce off the side of the building, though, and Verse now just keeping it going, wants to control the neutral flow, but Chuzheng continues to make the most of this dagger. Will find the ultimate before Verse does, misses the leap here. Super unfortunate. He's got one more left in the tank, and we're going to see Verse break away as we go back. Verse looking to find that ultimate yet again. We do see Chuzheng find that ult connection here. Will get a ton of healing, trying to make the most of these gold focuses while he can. Verse going to teleport backwards here, just trying to break the angles from it. Chuzheng will find the F, doesn't find the follow-up, though, and now Verse very close to having his ultimate here. Chuzheng needs to make it happen in the next few seconds before Verse is able to get there. Verse will find the armor swap, and Chuzheng finds himself on the back foot yet again. There we go. We're going to see it invested there. The F coming through. Chuzheng going to be sent downhill, but now the third party coming in. Verse will pick up the elimination onto Chuzheng as Countryman comes in for the third party.
Oh my goodness, just back and forth, armor swap versus armor swap. Verse finally secures the kill with that F2 charge up, but now Countryman coming in with the third party, taking him for a ride. No ult to his name. It's tough position for Verse. He is going to get parried, and Countryman is going to pick up that elimination, cleaning him up in order to win this tournament, Runekeeper.
I mean, like you said here, he's taking the risk. He's going to stay on the weapon that he's comfortable with. He is doing what I think he needs to do right now. He needs to take these Realms of Yang. He needs to pick up those isolated 1v1s because he is playing a dueling character on that Akko's pick, and he needs to make the most of that while he can here. This is the big opportunity, I think, for him to win Koi Cup. If he's going to do it, I think he needs to do it in this game, because as the games go on, it seems more and more like the other players here from the NBPL are getting used to this playstyle. Speaking of which, Spider here putting in the absolute works onto Verse. Verse going to tap away, but Spider holding a good position here. Verse holding on to that teleport for the last possible second so that he can break away from that Liam ultimate as Spider continues to try to go in. Verse just going to break those ankles, doing what Verse does best, but Verse needs to be very, very careful here. He doesn't have that resurrection in the back pocket anymore. We're into zone 2, and it's going to be difficult for him to come out on top in this particular matchup with Spider having such a huge advantage in terms of armor here. Verse gonna get sent flying. Here we go into the grapple, re-grab into the honk sword. He sends Verse flying a little too far. Can Spider find the follow-up? The teleport gonna come through. Spider gonna keep it going here. Will catch a little bit of damage, looks for the cannon, will not find that extended hit that he's looking for, but has to keep the chase going here. Verse is so low. Spider just needs to find a connection into this fight through the wall. He's gonna find a little bit of damage. He just needs a little more. Looks for it again, and he will find it. Spider taking a lesson from Kelie here, using that cannon to get the splash damage to the wall as we head to the Realm of Yang and Kelie versus Spinachh.
Oh my goodness, and like I said, Kelie busting out the fist right now. It's EU's #1 player. Can he hold the line? Can he slow down Kelie? He has the Liam ult engaged right now. Kelie with the claws out, both of them in a last read situation. One more Tiger to Kelly's name. Does he wait to throw it? Spinachh is going to throw one of his flashes out down to his last little bit. He looks like he's been cutting this Akos. Kelie throws out his last Tiger. His ult is about to end. Last situation, 13 seconds. Both of these guys don't want to tie. Someone's going to have to win this. Who is going to take it? F is going to be invested. Kelie in a wake-up situation. F is going to be invested in one Spinachh. 5 seconds left. Who's going to go for the last hit? And Kelly's going to land it with the overhold on the Biss. Kelie, big clutch. Will this be the end of the Koi Cup 2024? If Kelly's able to get this MVP, he's in a great position right now with the purple armor, with the gold longsword, and no one's gonna know it's him.
To the late game, I feel like Kelly's weakest thing has been finding that scale in the mid game, winning that Realm of Yang, being aggressive like I'm sure he's used to doing in Immortal War. Extremely huge for him here, because he's perfectly scaled to head into late game off the back of that purple armor and a legendary weapon, as well as another purple weapon in the staff in his back pocket here. Spinachh taking bow shot after bow shot as Polaris just abuses the range here onto Spinachh. Spinachh, though, gonna find control of the neutral, but Polaris does have the F to get back into it. We're gonna trade Fs here as Polaris also loses control, but now the grapple coming back in, knowing that Spinachh is at a disadvantage, doesn't have the F. Spinachh, though, gonna go for the ultimate here, will find the coming in there off the ultimate. Polaris gonna go airborne here now, also without the F to try to break away. We do see the ultimate invested there by Polaris. Spinachh has got to play this real careful with how low he is. Polaris looking to find those range shots. Spinachh will get a shield pot off. It looks like he's going to find an HP pot off as well. Both of them still holding on to a little bit of the old charge here as we cut over to Countryman, Mike, and Kelie.
There's no way to know that Kelie is a part of these Akos. Or Mike on the Cena is on his trusty dagger. Countryman with the nunchucks. Chip damage coming out from Mike. Bobbing, weaving, nunchuck block coming out. But Mike doesn't believe it. Countryman does have the read, though. Is going to get the barrier. But Kelie with the ballista and the third party doing big damage to Countryman. Countryman's trying to make his way under the savings, but he's not able to. Kelly's going to pick up the freest kill of his life with the ballista, and now